outside, ain't in the streets. She don't wanna play with you. Her DMs, they be silent like bass hitters.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. On the play fake, Dak. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
We talked at the start of the game, Mike, the energy in this stadium, and now after that early turnover, it's certainly not going to help quiet this crowd. They clearly came into this game facing an uphill battle, and they've made it here even harder on themselves with that early turnover.
Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and Quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Open man is Kadarius Toney, the former Giant. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's McCarthy. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a 1st down.
First down, Cowboys.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Prescott to the air. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A throw on the move is caught. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, a couple of 1st downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. They'll throw again. Dak. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. To the air again. Prescott. That's out. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Vikings have got it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
And he'll get this inside the 10, but not much further than that. On second down, here's McCarthy. Flush to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. He pulls it in around the 5. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That one. Caught. Josh Oliver. Touchdown, Minnesota.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
The return starting from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, here's Dak. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. 1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Prescott. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down. A give left side. Here's Williams. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Prescott on first down. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That is Ferguson in motion. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This a 42-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground is Mason. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Third down and 3.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 33 yards. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll return with more of the NFC Championship game after this. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd and 7. Here's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Jordan Mason. And he's in. What a try. Jordan Mason. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Reichert now on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Vikings extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh! And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Going to throw it here on first down. Here's a screen set up to Williams.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's complete left side to Tony. Here's a 2nd and 9.
At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. and down he goes. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
On second down, it's Dak. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Third and 5. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. A run. And here's Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points? I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver, they get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That pass play good for 22. First down, Minnesota. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Try and run for the first down with Jones. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's incomplete. Daring Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. On the play fake, Dak. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. C.D. gets the Cowboys a first down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's out wide to Williams. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The throw on the run is complete, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. One quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air again. Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
They'll throw again. Dak. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Prescott again. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this coach finds himself in a tough spot. He understands his team. They need 2 scores. But instead of taking the field goal, he decides to go for it. And what a job with the stop by this defense.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
A gain of 12 yards.
A pickup of 12 yards. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run. This is Mason. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. This is Jones. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Minnesota.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead. But you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Back to crown the NFC champion after this. This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That pass caught right side by Tony. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That's taken in. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Kadarius Toney, the intended target for that one. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Here's 1st and 10. Prescott. Andrew Van Ginkel. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, we're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's 1st down. Again, Prescott to the air. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down. Here's Prescott. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find